Okay, guys, I want to do a demonstration on this animated GIF, animating type, because this week we're going to make this transition between, basically we're done with the ad, the magazine ad, and we're transitioning from the magazine ad to the web banner ad, and we're going to be animating type in the web banner ad. It's really super easy to do if you think about it like this. All we're going to do is take our ad, and we're going to create a banner out of it using the same image and presumably the same type, just to get the same kind of continuity, the same feel for this campaign. So what I've done now this is not banner size, okay, so please don't make that mistake. They'll give you banner sizes and you can choose. I recommend what's called a leaderboard banner, and I'll show you that in another announcement. But at any rate, this is just the technique to animate your type. Okay, so note what I have here. This is my headline on one layer, separate layer. I've got this is my subhead on a separate layer, and ain't this fun on my third separate layer. Okay, with my type on separate layers, guys, if you want to animate it separately, it's got to be on separate layers. Now bring up my timeline here. And in the timeline, you can see this, and timeline's just right under window. You drop down window, and right there it is, timeline. So you get your timeline up, and you say, okay, there's these two options here, create video timeline or create frame animation. And we're going to create a frame animation, okay? So when you have that selected, just click it. And there's your first frame. It consists of this, okay? On my first frame, however, I don't want all of this type. I just want my headline. Okay, so I'm going to turn off those other two. All right, now what I'm going to do next is duplicate this frame, okay? And in the duplicated frame, I'm going to turn on my subhead, turn off my headline, okay? Then I'm going to duplicate that again. And this time, I'm going to turn off all my type except for ain't this fun. Okay? Now, there's our basic setup. So what you want to do from here is you want to say, right under here, you're going to say, here's your timeline right here, okay? So what you're going to do here is you're going to say, well, first of all, if I play this right now, let me show you what it's going to do. Let me just, okay, see how it just blah, 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 real quick? It's because we haven't set any time for each frame to hold the graphic that's in the frame. So let's go over here and see this drop down right here, right under the timeline. I'm going to just go in there and I'm going to say, let's say 1 second for each. 1 second there, 1 second there, 1 second there. Okay, now let's play. That's looking kind of cool, isn't it? We're almost done, guys. Let me show you one more thing. If we take this right here, there's a couple of, this right here, this will tell you how many times you're going to loop this. So you can loop it forever. So when you open a web page and you see a banner and you see how many times the animation loops, it's set right here. You can set it once, 3 times, forever, or other, where you can set that parameter yourself. You can just leave it on forever so that we can watch it, the loop, when you submit your GIF. So I got that on forever. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to my first frame. All right, I'm going to go over to here. Now, as I said, okay, so this is what it looks like. Okay. Whoops. This is what it looks like right now. Okay, I want to add a little bit of interest to that. So let's just stop that guy. Okay, and let's go over here, and I'm on my first frame, and right over here, the third icon from the left, it says Tween's animation frames. All right, tween is something that is an animation term, and just think of in between. So what happens in between frames? So that's tween. Okay, so if I click that, I'm on my first frame, and I'm going to say I want to add 5 frames to this first frame. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to tween it with the next frame. Okay, so basically what it's going to do, it's going to add 5 frames to this first, and this is my headline, and then it's going to tween it right into the second. Let me show you what I mean. So if I just say tween, next frames to add 5, all layers, okay, and just click OK. All right, now let me play. Now keep in mind, I've added 5 frames in between the first frame, the headline, and the subhead. So let's play that. Okay, so the problem here is that we've got this nice transition here. And then we have blap right there that it just kind of goes right into the ain't this fun. So let's stop right there. Okay, and then we're going to do that same thing. I'm going to go into Tween. And we're going to do the same thing. Okay. Now let's go ahead and play that out, see what happens. Okay, so we're getting these nice, smooth transitions. Okay, but these are almost a little slow. So I'm going to stop this animation. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to change these all to 1/2 second. I'm just going into all of these frames and changing them from 1 second to 0.5 second. Okay, let's play the video. Ooh, nice transitions, nice and smooth. That's pretty groovy. I like that. Let's stop that and let's hold on to that. That's what I want to do. Okay. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we are going to go to, whoops. I'm going to go to this drop down over here. I'm going to click that and we're going to say optimize animation. And this is going to optimize for web, guys. This is pretty important. Just say okay. Okay. Now you're going to come up here to Photoshop, File, Save, and you're going to say Save As. And I'm just going to say this is, and I'll leave this file here for you. So let's just call this type animation. And we are going to save this as, whoops, you know what? Hold on 1 second, guys. I forgot one step. Okay, sorry about that. No, we are going to go, it's File Export. Sorry about that. It's File Export. So you go to File Export and you say Save for Web. Okay. You're going to get this little bounding box up here. And right now, I'm just going to leave these as default. Okay. And I'm just going to say click Save. And let's say this, we'll call this. We'll put that right on my desktop. It's called Animated Type. See if Photoshop saving it out. Okay, so now I can go to my desktop. And watch, this is so cool. Okay, where's my animated type? There's my animated type, Jeff, right there. Okay, so let's take that and pull it right into a web browser. And there it is. Ain't this fun? And that's it, guys. That is it. All right. So that is the technique for animating type and actually adding a little bit of a stylistic flair to it with those faded transitions. Okay. Okay, that's great. Awesome. Any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. Thanks, guys.